on the 19th of January. Yes, when in the 12 days, and I'll see 8-member committee to do a constitutional review exercise. So they will go around the country, canvass the views of people, put it in the recommendations that the government will also have a say. At the end of the day, the constitutional review is at the behest of the executive, no matter how you look at it. Yeah, Prof. Mills started the Fiajo committee, President Kufuor started with the Clabberry committee, any idea any H constituent of CDD.
Okay.
Now, we share the full video, but I think that people will get a better perspective when they look at the entire document. It's a 68-page document. We take it time read it will help. So the committee, Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh, Dr. Reina, Akumpriga, Metidi non French, the former justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Professor Kwame Kakari Charlotte, the former EC chair, the Dr. AC Ansan Alaji, Ibrahim, Dr. Gordon, Jokotomi 8. Now, the key ones are about Matatinano. So we just go to some of them.
Yeah.
Now, who say? I don't know why even the Supreme Court is entertaining this matter on Article 66. It's two terms is 2 terms. Let nobody bring any Ghana.
Say a consecutive.
Ghana,
say
a 2 terms.
Sure.
Mahama we dear we baby a
could 2 terms.
And one. Obi call obi interpreting as anka oma. Ti engine fence oni nya is idea. Or say the committee recommends amendment of Article 66(1) to extend the duration of a president's term from 4 to 5 years. The committee also recommends an amendment to Article 1131 and 2 to extend the term of Parliament because it has to go
in tandem.
Concurrent, right? No, in tandem. In tandem is not concurrent. You know, presidential term now 4 years, they call 5 years. My view on this, I've struggled to give a view even on my channel. I think that I'm here to see a compelling reason.
Okay.
What you cannot do in 4 years, I doubt you can be able to do it in 5 years. That's my view. I'm here to see someone to
convince
me on the argument.
Okay.
I'm yet.
Yeah.
I don't know so convince me.
No. My grandmother even called me. Maybe Nana friend maybe say me say we are. And I'm say, hey, our grandma also watching the 5 years and no.
And people are saying that it will be it won't start from President Mahama. That's not how it happened. It won't start from President Mahama. It will be anybody after. That's how it is. Laws do not take a retrospective effect. He was elected based on this position. So if you amend it will not take a retrospective effect. Yes. Now they also say that the minimum age, once Article 62B, now 40 years. And a committee, the committee recommends amending Article 62B to reduce the minimum age of eligibility for election as president from 40 to 35. The current minimum age of 40, government position here, excludes qualified citizens from seeking the highest office on the basis of an arbitrary age threshold. Reducing the age to 30 years is consistent with the trend in modern democratic constitutions towards greater inclusivity. A citizen who is old enough to serve as a member of parliament should not be constitutionally barred from protesting for the president on account of age. The president, 40 or constitution currently, committee recommended 35. I buy as a 30. Because parliament, I think 18, right? 18.
Yeah.
21.
Okay,
21. So we better make a parliament that question and say, yeah, why can't the person be president? That's the yardstick of it. So they brought it to 30. Then so you give me a chum. It's into me, but just for one. Now my head say, meet me at the
bad.
And now, and that's what 3 days. I say,
bad.
There be about them 3 days. I said, presidential ambition was when in the year. See him in
tall order.
Some say him $1 million. So, with my man bear 50
billion in your problem.
You two microphone again, Omoka said, also Kenya.
Yeah.
I like the Kenyan system. I've forgotten the time, but they have a very defined timelines for presidential election petition.
Okay.
Now, the committee is saying that they should amend Article 63(2)(a) to provide that presidential elections shall be held on such day in the first week of November. They say November, but the specific date, say maybe it was 7 December, that day, the EC will decide on that. Now, presidential election petition, Article 64. We say the first one in 2013, a call 2 August to 29 August.
Yeah.
I call for most time, Mama intimidate any major decision. Those things have a bit. When it comes to the economy, there's some kind of perceptions. There's some kind of believability. So when this idea na shiki, almost say your election results now. You have 14 days. To challenge the results. Then the Supreme Court must sit on the matter in 30 days. I think it's fantastic. and see na enhwa de see ever say the about November na man so the 27th November you keep here 7 na meaning say bobo election roughly around 10 see the na you do 2-3 days Evans by 11 p.m. so worry by easy no onye na adwuma say so quality
yes Kenya dey na kind 7 days
7 days
yes 7 days
fantastic it no say Evans say bobo na 10 fra na between 10th to 24th say 2 weeks to file the petition.
Okay.
Now Supreme Court to send petition now. They have 30 days. So meaning that by the time we are swearing in, they are clear at the free.
Sure.
And now when you are swearing president and there's an issue about the legitimacy, any major decisions. I think it's fantastic. One of the things that outrightly I support.
Okay.
And I also feel say November and also be boy because I had a transition, you know. It's an accusation. You can say in your way. You can say when you say as a converted your cool. We say a catch the way, we say country way, we say cry conform and you see that position. I still hold that position is a media and young crown fault. I cry peduma.
Yeah.
Saka 1 hour crime will be free of no man more but
that's right.
So the issue is not about you see Newton Taylor to every action. There's an opposite and equal reaction.
Yeah.
Before you look at the reaction, look at the action.
That's right.
Who initiated the employment procedure? That is the problem.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say a punish not in Kolana or no Kunya Dumano. What I say? I chief. So I say, you tell me I'm a science today. To every action that Okukuseku, or frame say, Massa, BBC, the BBA, but men from Marco San Quasam.
Simple cry. I feel maybe service
no pedumano. As a debut, crabby or one who's social, there's some crab bonnet and penny for bonnet.
That's right. That's
your generation is raising.
That's it.
It's the old generation if you feel.
That's it.
So that's it.
That's it.
That's just by the side. Now, conditions of service of the president. They say president will make your tax. They will make your tax. You told me to be. When you go,
what you say?
Yeah.
La lie.
Nanze me call baby na mo airport. Now unim say. Sorry, that current regional constituency organizers. Most of them
I would love it. Not say Yankee say no international because it looks like comment you want to infuse it. But Montana say na yen ninkomo.
Senior obetma correct. Unim say constituency. Who's that? But you do me in the back. Say I'm not the
okay, let me
Dumbako. Unim say current constituency organizers no. And but you mom no me NADMO directors maybe tell me most now youth organizers are called why
yes
na ba ko frame the youth mean to me me true feed who dey one more than kaduma me 12 months and my and I'm free penny because of Eugene yen so dey my and I'm say na say wo dey my but na say ya party bi a wo ye no I'm a cry okay
what you say
so dey ampo so then I'm master come on dey na president mama to do the person the pay no di I dey go am here I'm on you okay
I can say
President Mahama for some so almost the salary.
Dabi. Government architecture in a position ba kwa me view. Enya kwa man for pro MP. And once I'm to kokobe na me twam ayiwo. My Kwedu.
And let me tell you one thing. You see, sometimes we pretend to be fighting corruption. Let me tell you, President in you may be Ohio. Scanning the good Ghana must go Muneba. Let's not pretend.
Wow.
Oh, but that's the truth.
Wow.
I'm telling you the reality. Let me tell you.
A general perspective, no share.
You're a hypocrite.
Sure.
Politicians.
Now, are you doubting it?
Yeah,
who MPs will be on car boot? Election time will be on car boot. No, we have seen so many things.
I'm not blaming Mahama, so keep.
And that Mahama, you blame no. You blame the system.
Please, I'm telling you this. Me say, let's not pretend. The salary seminar.
No, but you see, senior friend, you see the point is even making it that look at MPs for example.
It's a drop in
no, what I mean about that, look at their salary in himself public.
Okay.
Around 30,000. But Oman Bayom interviews now, quite year weekend now. He's kind of bob. So it tells you that I'm a senior man so can. That's why I've always believed that me you say independent. Chairman Sani said that's one kind of correct.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ways to fight corruption is political party financing.
Wow.
The day we get that thing right, declare how you are getting this, like they do in America. You cannot bring, you cannot get it.
Yeah, time. Yeah,
okay.
Man to be a senna, yeah, the 5,000 bread party. NDC, month be almost the 20,000 bro mo party.
That's right.
Mumusa party ni mi nso munye scan away.
So so no way.
Mumusa nso munye scan away.
We party ni adwuma. Party ni.
Why are we pretending?
Party ni making money making venture.
Political party finance. In fact, there's a provision for that. See, let me get that for you. There's a provision for that where now the presidential immunity. So no, sir. Now committee recommend says the president Mahama and the president Kufuor that we take a civil action against presidency. Say we the alien don't president and the civil matter be again. I'm going to say presidential term limit to the Maka. I don't say president minister MPs no so. The court 300.
Yeah, Omakapuno.
Now say come about 200.
Now 24 year.
There's still an opportunity to add about about 14
you know where the problem is. I don't blame the EC, the current reading of the law. You see, it's not gerrymandering. EC is supposed to create constitution based on certain requirements.
Yes.
If that requirement is met, a constitution like Bosomtri, it's not municipal, based on population. So maybe it's not them that create the constitution.
Anyway,
it's how the current law embodies them. Because for me, for example, how do Ghana have 300 MPs? Now let's not forget that the 300 MPs means that packs of office someone will be out.
Yes.
Obi kakra Ukraine yen hu.
But you know baby. Emrana and Kase easy. And creative constituencies needing come.
Okay.
It is nowhere.
Okay. Okay.
What the law says, after census, you review the boundaries of the constituencies. You can review upwards or downwards.
Yeah.
When is it that be a review?
And I make us a population dynamics. For example, for you to be a municipal, I think when you get 120,000 above, you're a municipal.
That one I agree. But there can boundaries. Let's take so I'm a municipal assembly.
Yeah.
And the two boundaries necessary and this chrono. It who is a population that was swimming. What you do, say, Abia.
You switch some of them.
We are talking about
balance.
Oh, okay, Martinez here. If they be a just no for the Kuma, Abia has a boundary near Kwamua, and Abia man wants a Kwamono. Administratively, no. Okay. What's sudden quite happens, even in Cameroon, or Echo as Adena. There are some countries political homo baby, administrative homo baby.
Yes.
I think that those because 300 MPs there.
Too much.
And I only 300 MPs here can mean that's our conversation about a bigger parliament. No,
Samba.
Na se nipa 200 intimi nyamra ma 300
bitim
na mra ikro mu yi
because the parliament
omo ko parliament
emrai
etino eno so ye ade a e bai and again dual citizenship. You see this thing I have a very now if you're a dual citizen you can contest for any position but senior me the fundamental question that if you really want to serve your country why can't you relinquish a foreign citizenship to serve your country?
Okay.
That is one question.
Okay.
But the next question is also that you can't FDIs, you can't remittances,
foreign direct,
you do musica, you do investment. So why can't they contribute to decision making? That's the two arguments.
Yeah.
That if you indeed want to really serve your country, why can't you relinquish your citizenship?
No.
Exactly. And also FDI for a year also says for say you sikaba in your creative businesses. You sika bishim. Incident na you sika bishim dia mo beje. You be say be pray to me be kan ho asem bi.
And dia mo se
there be. But it's also no a very interesting one aba. Again ba ko aba regulation of political party campaign.
Okay.
Committee now the main kind man.
Okay.
The committee recommends a new proposition in the chapter 7 of the constitution to establish an independent registry and regulator of political parties and campaigns. IRRPC. This committee would assume and expand the Electoral Commission's role in registering and regulating political parties with enhanced enforcement powers to monitor compliance and sanction violations. The committee further recommends that Parliament enact to amend legislation to control the cost of electioneering and political campaigns, including restrictions on campaign periods. You call election year 3 months a year campaign. Expenditure caps, disclosure requirements, and sanctions for the abuse of incumbency. What's the abuse of incumbency there? For example, election, President Mahama on Kubu, but the President Mahama or Kobe no the flight kwa campaign kakra. How do we draw the lines? Is it campaign or is it government work? As a serving
in a ruling government.
In a ruling government. People are accusing Bawumia of that. But you cannot draw the dichotomy. Because in 2016, President Mahama was certainly it will bless state resources.
Let's not forget.
Yes. But as they do, maybe now, helicopter people will bring that. But see, even in America, Donald Trump, I'm told that in a certain period, say we use Airbus one and you pay for it.
Okay.
So I think that was what the committee was thinking.
That's official.
And not official. But the government also says that they say that the government accepts in principle the establishment of an independent body to register and regulate political parties. The government considers, however, that a political party regulatory commission it's almost pay regulator. No, government said that the answer from independent registry and regulator of political parties and campaigns to Political Parties Regulatory Commission is a more appropriate designation than the nomenclature of the registrar and regulators. The government accepts the recommendation to deepen internal party democracy under Article 55 by expanding the right to elect party executives and candidates to all members in good standing. Now, most of the Supreme Court ruling now will be Now, the government through this is also agreeing with the Supreme Court without necessarily doing a different statement.
Yes.
But the issue came that in Gusana political party now know them how we decide. Moje taxes, moje dues, munkoya samadi. Eso be a to be. Oforu krom ye 100,000. Na nipa ketobia kwose dem. Eyi my kwedu. Omaji 55. Dey na me inten o last year. Big man ko friend na bo so nya 10,000.
That's right.
Nipa 1,000. And I'm obetua because on so for from the swami and I'm also winning candidate to
10,000.
10,000. He said it already.
Now we want. They are moya no. You know. They are moya no. They are moya no.
You see, I don't want that.
They are moya no. No. A friend, opesa will play ostrich. It is the fact. Oh, come on. Don't bring yourself.
Baba Jamadi.
Motorbike now.
Baba Jamadi. Obi na TV na moto. Abetum.
You na untua bi. But you yes, Eugene.
Obi o be katro ba bia so kwale so untua bi oboa.
No, when better
me say Brantian, me say me body. And there's evidence that's what we say. Mama if na na hwe no no enter Brantian kokoya no ye technique chain na.
Yes.
Yes we be say unim. Nienti asad na ye prevalent in Ashanti region and other eastern region is ebia o court voter region say. Samax we ni so am primaries. Matu sire.
Yes.
ASF seat and one so 10,000 cry na won kire no. See now that so that is the problem.
Talk by friend yes money vote buy into and when one second term.
Na
House of Chiefs. Even House of Chiefs.
Now okay do I say as regards to the regulation of campaign financing, the government does not accept a constitutional amendment. It's necessary for this purpose. Campaign financing regulation is a rapidly evolving field that requires the flexibility of ordinary legislation. Expenditure caps, disclosure threshold, and enforcement mechanism must be capable of adjustment as political and economic conditions change. Parliament can enact the requisite legislation using its residual constitutional and lawmaking powers. The proposed PPRC bill provides the appropriate legislative vehicle for this. It's a ban so them run here. But you see, conveniently, and if MPP was in power, they would do the same.
That's right.
You know why? Who's a conveniently they agree it's winning. Was say agree in principle, say you walk on it.
Yes.
But I won't bet try and say you better say you better campaign say there. Because it evolve no bro from there.
Now what kind of friends say that be? What kind of
na something could be. Oh, could be no better kakra. And then you make it kakra.
Comparing hours to
Abratum, the senior be call election. Okay, so we what chama we are na come say into the crack. No, as I trust him more about the tougher. No, the crack. As massa, what try Russia yes because of the DMP be strategy. But the last one be my chief justice. I find this a bit confusing. The justice of the Supreme Court retired at 70. Now, the CLC recommends amending Article 1452 to provide that the Chief Justice shall hold the office for a single non-renewable term of 10 years or until the retirement age, which, however, occurs first. The government support the introduction of a fixed non-renewable term for the Chief Justice for the reasons acknowledged by the CLC. Now, my kind CLC recommendation, they are saying that It's not a written rule. But for you to become a chief justice, you must be a justice of the Supreme Court. They are saying that so we have 40 years, crown your chief justice, who 10 years automatically you retire.
Wow.
Me tie fellows kwachofosu, and I will be busy and sent me 50 years. My 10 years, can I go back to serve on the bench? And was a best IGP done pare. He was not due for retirement.
Yes.
But will you go back to be a COP? It's a gray area.
Yes.
So I think that maybe we need to iron that because maybe taking that is Felix's view.
All right.
What I say?
All
because we say 10 years. Meaning say you're just on the Supreme Court, who may be 50. It's your bond is a chief justice or some 10 years we are.
That's right.
Can that person go back to the bench? That is interesting. Now, based on how
they retire on their salary. Yeah.
In terms of the benefits, only we to lose. She has nothing to.
Oh, baby, you're not so fearless or by Juma. I'm not going to
go into private practice.
Now, who say Article 146 they implement it?
I'm sure. Eugene, I'm sure Omu introduce way because of the tokono issue. Because of any age now. Not nipa be beside retirement.
Yeah.
Into your mouth, idea.
Yeah.
But senior, why can't you also get to the point? Say, I'm just sharing my own lawyer view. The arguments that people made was that Tokonu was there. I mean, 10 years late. Bafuboni 2008, Kwame 2005. To some, it makes sense because in the law, for example, there is first seniority. In fact, me come Jamana look at your court. Say, I will know my no. You do case bar. Senior for you, Mujena bear 4. Nam Suto. So 1 year the bar minimum one country means minimum says, I am being a case in your sister.
Your body,
senior and a ballet to create a bit so if that is the case, maybe conventionally we can make it simple because before you be named as someone to go and serve in the chairs, as on the bench of the Supreme Court, it means that you have some knowledge.
All right.
It's how they be a senior, because you see, let me give you a case. 146, to become problematic. No, maybe seniority at the bench. Seniority at the bench. For example, Justice Foreman Committee in get this scenario based on Article 1 for any pay. As a President Bonipa 5, 2 sitting justices of the Supreme Court, and 2 other people, they don't need to be MPs. They were a lawyer also. I think they're 5 people. And about Puamadi. After Bafuboni, Puaman is the most senior, 2015. So imagine the case Justice Bafuboni, who is due for retirement in December, goes on retirement, and Puaman is named Chief Justice. What will be the narrative? Now we need to say Bedru so.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
So for me, for example, one of the amendments I should see in 146 say, current justice of the Supreme Court must not be part of the process when a petition is brought against a serving chief justice or a justice of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Because the way the thing is, it may fall on you. And if you are part of the committee, to be deemed as if what you did on the committee to serve your personal interest.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the things.
No more interest.
Anyway.
You see, for example, 146.
Human,
the last one has Justice Efiase Wasaribotre. What is infirmity? You must know. What is misconduct? What is because incompetence, misconduct, infirmity. So all those are great. Now to know, court no recommend they said just so the Supreme Court 15. After the conversation started on the President Kufuor said they are overwhelmed with cases here and there. But over 150 years and I rap on. I listened to almost all of them on interviews here and there. It seems as if say just so the Supreme Court more colleagues.
Sure.
But we feel say as the lower court name there was somebody do can you say do
Sure. So
and in fact in this report there's a 2 recommendations that they should separate the Supreme Court from interpretation, that jurisdictional battle, and also seeking sitting on actual matters. Okay. That one also was rejected by the government.
Okay.
But I say 15 so they call 19. 18 justices, 1 chief justice. So 19 justices of the Supreme Court. Okay. So that's the summary.
Great. Eugene Yedasipi, riding Shrawan 04.5, and our Sugusa would say.